This video covers lists in Python. Like strings, lists are index based and they're zero based. For example, the grade underscore list equals open bracket 90, comma 95, comma 99, comma 100, close bracket. It's a list of 0 index, 1 index, second index, third index. If we want to print 99, we reference the list and we send it index 2. Why? 0, 1, 2. And we print 99. That's how we can access lists with its index. However, we can also loop through a list, in this case for grade in grade list, print the grade, and this will print a grade per line. We run this 90, 95, 99, 100. We can also iterate a list with a while loop, while index less than, and of course, just like the string function length, there's a length function for list. We do len grade list, print the grade list of the current index, and we have to increment the index. Of importance here is that the first time the loop comes in, index is 0, it prints 90. The second time it's 1, it prints 95. A third time it's 2, prints 99. And the fourth time it's 3, and it prints 100. Remember, indexes are 0 based. We run this piece of code, and we get the same result, 90, 95, 99, 100. We can also look at the mutability of a list. Lists are mutable, which means that we can add items to an existing list. With append, for example, here, student had an 80, run the program, now we should have 90, 95, 99, 180. 5 items in the list. A new list is not created in memory. Instead, an item is appended to the existing list. We can also concatenate lists. We have grade list 2 equals 80, 85, 87, and we can say grade list 3 equals grade list plus grade list 2. We print grade list 3, and we get what we expect, the two lists combined or merged into one list. We can also slice a list. For example, if we want to print 95 and 99, we can say grade list of one to 2, and it prints 95 and 99. So nothing too exciting there. However, string slicing comes in handy, and on this video we won't cover a lot with list slicing. Instead, what we'll do is we'll cover creating the list, appending to the list, and finally processing the list. We want to create a list. Let me backtrack a little bit. We want to first show also that we can search a list. The same thing, same concept with strings. If 90 in great list, print in the list. We run the program and 90 is in the list. 85 is not on the list, in the list, thus nothing prints out. And that's how we could search a list. We can also create an empty list. For example, we want to create a student list open bracket, close bracket, creates an empty list. We want to collect 3 grades for I in range 3. Grade equals capture input from keyboard, input, enter grade, treat it as an integer, so int. We want to add it to the list 3 times. And we also want to collect the name of the person. So we create a grades list, int input, enter grade. Oh, I could have copied and pasted. We want to collect the name, input, enter name. We want to great. So create new list. We want to append 3 grades, thus we need to go for J in range 3. If J equals 0, we want to append name to the list, and then we want to capture a grade, and we want to append the grade to the grade list. Once the 3 iterations finish, we exit the loop, the J loop, and we append grade list to student list. We want to define a function, print grades, that accepts a list, student list, and want to print the grades for each for grade list in student list, for data in G list, print data. And we want to call the function print grades with argument student list, and we run the program. John 90, 85, 70. Fix that syntax error. Apologize for that. John 90, 95, 100. We collect Joe's data. 80, 89, 80. Mary's data. 90, 80, 100. And then we print the list. John 90, 95, 100. Joe 80, 89, 80, and Mary 90, 80, 100. In summary, we create a parent list, we create a loop with a target variable A. In that loop we create a grade list, that's the child list. We collect a name and we start the for J loop. If it's J0, we append grade list name to grade list, and then we collect grade, append the grade, proceed to do that 3 times. Once it exits, we append the grade list to the student list, and we call print grades. We pass it to student list, and we process the data so that we can process the list. And that's how you would create a list, append values to the list, create a list within a list or a 2-dimensional list, and finally process the list. We can also sort data in a list. We have grades, 75, 99, 60, 100, 88, and we can print grade list dot sort to sort the list. So once we sort it, sorry, can't print it yet, we have to sort the list and then print the list. Let's not get too excited here. And of course, I still insist on putting sort, but I've removed it and the list is sorted from smallest to largest. We can also remove an item from a list. In this case, we prompt for a grade, and we want it to be an integer. Enter grade to remove. And then what we can do is we can check if grade in grade list, like we learned previously. Then we can do grade list dot remove grade, and we print the list generically. We run the program. We run to delete 75, prints the list, and 75 does not exist anymore. And that's how you could remove an item from a list. We can also remove items from a list with its index. In this case, we could do the same list and then delete, and then we simply pass it an index. In this case, we want to delete the same index, which is 0 for 75, and it removes 75 and prints the other 4 items in the list. We can also print or get the min value in the list and the max value in the list, like that. We print it, and min and max. We can also copy a list grades equals grade list, and we print grade list, and then we print grades. However, of importance here is that both of these variables, grades and grade list, reference the same list. Thus, if we remove a number from one list, since both variables point to the same list, the other list will also not have the number. So in this case, we have print grades, prints all of them. We remove 75 from grade list. However, we print grades, and as we can see, 99, 60, 188. So we deleted. It affects both variables. So that's important to keep in mind. And that's what I wanted to cover as far as lists go.